Here we go then. Welcome back, everyone. Jack Reeve, Talk Norwich City. It's Portsmouth. It's Norwich City. It's Norwich City's first championship away game of the season. Watchalong. Just me. Just me. Chris Reeve is about as consistent as Matej Jurisic on these watchalongs nowadays. But I thought, why not get back involved with the watchalongs? It's on the telly. I'm at home. I want to watch it with other people. And I thought you guys would be absolutely the right crowd for it. Welcome along, everyone. Kickoff is nearly here, just 3 minutes away. Let's have a quick look at the team. Let's get some of you guys involved. Here we go. Chaz Tats, great to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Barry, part-timer Chris. Absolutely right. Carl, great to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. Look, get your comments in. We'll have a chat. This might not be as high energy as it is usually. It's just me. It's a lovely picture of Great Yarmouth behind me. Matt Johnson, by the pool in Turkey. Living the dream, my friend. It's not Yarmouth. It's not Hemsby, but Turkey will do. This is the team. They are now walking out, so I best be quick. Let me stick my head there. We are going 5 at the back again. Pape Diallo in at left wing back. So it's Kovacevic in goal. Stacey right back. Medic, Darling, Cordoba centre back with Pape Diallo. Left wing back. Topic and Nunez in the middle. Marcondes, Sienat and Sargent. That is the team. 5 at the back. That will be what everyone is debating. And we shall see how it goes. This isn't going to be an easy game. I fancy Portsmouth to have a half-decent season. I think maybe like mid-table is the aim for them. They're strong at Fratton Park. We know that. I was actually going through some of the lives that we did last year. We did the watch-along for Portsmouth, if you can remember. It was a midweek game. It was Tuesday night, I think. And we drew 0-0, I think. Or we definitely drew. And Johannes Torup just basically locked up shop. Yeah, it was an interesting evening. I'm also struggling, I must say, as I always am. I live in the sticks with my internet, and this is one of those red button games that's over the internet. So if there's momentary pauses in my commentary, it's probably because I'm stressing out about my Sky television. You guys can keep me up to date. So that's the lineup for Norwich City. Let me know what you think about 5 at the back. I was half thinking he might go with 4 at the back because I thought we looked so good on Tuesday against Watford, but he's opted with the 5. Good to see Diallo in there. We need to chat at some stage on here about Matej Jurisic. He's not in the squad again. That's just becoming a real concern of mine and actually a real frustration of mine. 7 million quid we spent on Matej Jurisic and just never anywhere to be seen. Chaz Tats, this reeks of 4-0. Sargent 2, Sienat and Diallo. Get your score predictions in. 0-0 bore draw, says Genix. Would love to hear your score predictions. I am going to go for a 1-1. I think I would take a point, actually. I think I would take a point. Hugh, play up Pompey. Indeed. Some Pompey fans in here. The Norwich City fans look in fine voice. I think we've sold out the allocation, which is an incredible effort. Once again, they are. I say they are. We are. I often catch myself saying they are. I don't know why I say that. Sargent, captain, leading the team tour. God, it's still good to see him in a Norwich City shirt. Absolutely buzzing about that. Chaz Tats says Diallo at left wing back is going to be quality. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Always love seeing all of your comments flying through here. Finley says 2-2. I think I'd take that, Finley. I think I'd take that, mate. 7 million quid is 700,000 these days, says Simon. Well, there is that. I was watching the Liverpool game yesterday, and they said that they've just signed an 18-year-old for £28 million. What? I've never even heard of him. That's the scary thing. I feel like I know football reasonably well. Norwich City. Oh, unbelievable start here. Josh Sargent into Ante Sienats. There's a break on here. Oh, Sienats. Lovely little touch from Josh Sargent. Right, we're underway, I must say. I was going to try and get some fancy overlays. You know my overlays that I've been using for some of the videos recently. I can use that on live streams. The only reason I couldn't today was my internet is so poor. I couldn't make it work. So if there's anyone out there working for like, I don't know, BT or something. Can you come and just fibre optic my house up? Anyway, Norwich are underway. We are 47 seconds into this one. I know some of you like to sync up your tellies with the watch along. So 55 seconds in now. Norwich City in yellow, Portsmouth in blue. A lovely visual at Fratton Park. It looks like a slightly overcast day, and we are underway. As Pompey play a long one forwards into Bishop, and he's won the header somehow against Darling. I think that's the first header I've ever seen Darling not win. Brilliant to see that away end at Fratton Park completely full with yellow, which is lovely. Dan says this camera angle is interesting. I mean, we can't grumble too much, Dan, because so many EFL games are televised now. I know if you've got a dodgy stick or whatever, you can watch any, but I like to pay my my license fee to Mr. Murdoch, and you do get most EFL games now, but they're so dodgy in terms of you get one camera angle, and it's always slightly laggy, and because it's over the internet. Anyway, we won't grumble as long as Norwich City win. I don't care if I'm watching it in black and white. Pape Diallo running down the left-hand side and kicks out of play. A half decent start from Norwich City. It's Eleanor. Hello, Eleanor. Got to get points on the board from somewhere. Portsmouth away must be one of those games to get this. Yeah, I think I'm still slightly stuck in the kind of Johannes Hoff tour of expectation mindset of like, just take a point away from home and try and win your home games. I think that Millwall game was an interesting one because, you know, so much has changed. So many new players. I still think this starting 11 is going to look vastly different come the end of the transfer window. Like this fact that Marcondes is playing, I don't know if he's still going to be here at the end of the window. I think there's going to be tweaks with the defensive line. I think if Fisher's fully fit, he starts over Stacey. I think the left back situation is an interesting one. I think Jeffrey Schlupp is particularly match ready. Don't see Diallo playing as deep as a left wing back in the future. So I think there's going to be lots of tweaks. And from now until then, we just have to, you know, grind out some results. The Millwall one, I think, you know, we deserve to lose. I don't think it was a horrendous performance. We just looked like the team who'd made 11 signings in the summer, and Millwall haven't made as many. So one of those ones. Norwich City on the ball, deep into the Pompey half. I think the main thing for me today, two things I really want to see. I want to see how this five at the back operates away from home, because I don't think the balance was right against Millwall. And I liked what I saw from the Watford game, but that was four at the back. And how many chances can we create for Josh Sargent? Because that was the other issue with the Millwall game. Didn't create a single chance. I mean, the goal was off Josh's backside. And that was about it. I think was there a save off of a free kick. It wasn't good enough from a chance creation perspective. And I think that's what will frustrate Liam Manning the most. 3 minutes 55 into this one. Welcome along, everyone. If you're just joining, it's Portsmouth, Norwich City, early kickoff. Norwich looking to get the first points on the board for them for the season. And Pompey looking to hopefully, for them, pick up some points at home in front of a bumper crowd. Norwich City's away and completely full, which is brilliant to see. Jack Stacey starting over Fish is a war crime, surely, says anonymous user. Chris said on the podcast last week, I don't know if it's public knowledge or not, but I don't think Fish is still fully fit. I know he played against Watford and he looked really good, but I think they're still trying to nudge him back to full fitness. So I think that's the reason for that one. I think if Fisher is fully fit, he starts over Jack Stacey. Chastas, I don't get the Stacey hate. I think he's great at this level on his day. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think Jack Stacey is a terrible footballer at this level. And I think the thing that you do need, and I think that might be the reason why Emi Marcondes sticks around, is you need players with a degree of experience in here. I think Stacey he's got an engine on him, right? So he can get up and down. I think that suits this system. I think his defensive attributes let him down slightly, and actually his end product lets him down. But in between that, his engine is impressive, and I think you can kind of fine tune the other part. So look, I don't think Stacey's as bad as people are making out. You know, I think he's one of the better right backs at this level. As Marcelino Nunes whips at the ball, it's a header, and it's in. Norwich City are leading this one. It's Harry Darling. Oh yes. Marcelino Nunes, that wasn't Nunes. Nunes isn't. Yeah, it was Marcelino Nunes. Whipped in ball. And Harry Darling We spoke about the headers with Harry Darling, and that's an absolute beauty. Cushioned header, front post. And 5 minutes into this game, Norwich City are winning. Harry Darling, you absolute beauty. That is a set-piece goal. And that is good to see away from home. We didn't see enough of that last season. Look at this ball whipped in from Marcelino Nunez. And there is Harry Darling, unmarked. Bash. Bosh. Have some of that, Pompey. That is an off the training ground routine. Portsmouth will be devastated that they've left Harry Darling unmarked, but it's a beautiful ball in from Marcelino Nunez. He starts the game, and I tell you what, you can see why they wanted Harry Darling. That is a delightful header. This guy scores goals for a defender. This guy scores a lot of goals for a defender. That is a brilliant way to start this match. Harry Darling opens up his account for Norwich City, and that is 1-0 Norwich. All down to Nick Stanley, says Matt Gregory. Give him a pay rise. Keys to the city, Matt. Nick Stanley, you little beauty. Delighted for Harry Darling. Really, really delighted for Harry Darling, because we heard so much about his prowess from set pieces. He loves to get on the end of them. He had I think it was more Medic that had a couple of headed chances against Millwall and also against Watford, but one's fallen there to Harry Darling. Front post header in the back of the net. It was a lovely cross from Marcelino Nunez, it must be said. He was great. And here we go again. And Josh Sargent. Oh my goodness me. It should be 2-0. Josh Sargent 1-on-1. You'd have your house on him scoring that one. Norwich City all over Portsmouth at the moment. Need a little replay of this one. It's a miss kick from the goalkeeper. It goes straight to Sinats. And Sargent probably should score 1-on-1. Yeah, it was Sinats into Sarge. He hits it first time. It's a good save from the goalkeeper. Norwich could be 2-0 up in this one. This is a brilliant start from Norwich City. Really good, fast start. Exactly what we needed against this Portsmouth side. They get a corner. Wow, this has been dramatic. Sometimes I forget that I have to talk and commentate and not just say words, but you know what it's all about. You know what it's all about. Brilliant start for Norwich City. Harry Darling on the score sheet. If you're joining, welcome along. It's the TNC Watchalong. It's Portsmouth against Norwich City. Early goal from Harry Darling. Really good stuff, this from Norwich City so far. It should be 2. Josh Sargent will be disappointed not to have done better from that 1-on-1. But that is what we didn't see enough of against Millwall. Real intent in the press. Force the errors. And good things will happen. Portsmouth down the right-hand side. Emi Marcondes does really well there to chase back, and Norwich can maybe force a counter-attack here. They'll opt to go backwards and start again through Kovacevic. Really good stuff. Good to see Harry Darling on the score sheet. I think this guy's going to turn into a bit of a Norwich City legend. I like Darling. I think he's technically really sound. And the other thing I like, he's just an absolute warrior in the Championship. I noticed it against actually Watford in the Cup. He knows how to rile people up in a good way. He knows how to rile people up. He knows how to back his own players. That's absolutely brilliant. Norwich City 1, Portsmouth 0. Welcome along to the TNC Watchalong, everyone. Here we go. Richard Brookman. I heard from a reliable source that Harry told Luka Modric to do one because he'd rather be a Canary. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Of course you'd want to be at Norwich City. Everyone wants to be at Norwich City. A big thank you. First super chat of this stream. If you do want to support the channel, you can leave a super chat, or you can become a member as well. You can click the little $ thing on the chat and leave a super chat. It's exactly what Ezek has done. Ezek says, have you tried any Willie's pies? 10 out of 10. I've not yet, but I've heard they are absolutely excellent. And if there was one thing I didn't need to happen, was there to be another bit of food or drink that is going to put on inches around the waistline, right? Laken's are at Carrow Road now. That's dangerous. And now Willie's Pies, which look absolutely phenomenal from the photos I've seen. I've chatted to a few people that have had one, and they've said they're as good as they look. So excited to get back to Carrow Road and get a few Willie's Pies and some lager down me. There we go. Up the Willie's Pies. There we go. Matt Johnson says, random question, but if you purchase a home shirt, does it have a Willie's Pie logo on it? I don't know. A sleeve sponsor, aren't they, Willie's Pies? I'd love to get them on TNC. That feels like a dream TNC partnership. Then we could have Lakens and pies. Two things I'm really good at in life is drinking beer and eating pies. That'd be a dream combo. Don't know. Has anyone bought a Norwich shirt in the last week? Does it have a Willie's Pie logo on? I don't know. Can we get a clock check? Of course we can, City Chat. We are at 10 minutes and 59 seconds. 10 minutes, 11 minutes and 2 seconds on my clock now. I'm watching via the Sky Red button. So I assume if you're watching on the Sky Red button too, we should be on a very similar time. Hi from New Zealand, says Carl. Hello from Great Yarmouth. Welcome along. Booklet says Sienat's first touch suspect, to say the least. Have any of you guys got these breakfast with TNC mugs, by the way? Absolute OGs will remember. Sienat's first touch. Look, I think we need to see more from Sienat's this season. I think the interesting thing with Josh Sargent still at the football club at this moment in time is it's not good news for Ante Sienats and Matthias Kvistgaard as Harry Darling gives it away awfully to Bishop. Bishop will come forward. Portsmouth have an attack here out of absolutely nothing. And it's a really inconvenient time for my stream to freeze. Well done, Jose Corda, but that wasn't very good from Harry Darling. Yeah, the thing with Sargent staying is for Matthias Kvistgaard and Ante Sienats, it's not good news because they'll want to play through the middle. And they obviously don't start ahead of Josh Sargent through the middle. So still, look, obviously we will be wanting to keep Josh Sargent, right? But I do think the squad is slightly too big at the moment. I think for like Marcondes, I think the club probably wanted to see the back of Marcelino Nunes, but you can't sell him in the form he's in. So, they'll be like George Long, Shane Duffy. I know Brad Hills has already gone. Dangerous ball! Oh, what a save! What a save from Kovacevic there! Oh my goodness! And he's giving it large to the away fans. Whew! What a save! Big Vlad Kovacevic. That is an unbelievable stop. And now Norwich are in Ante Sienats. Oh goodness me! This is hectic. It was a whipped-in cross from the back post, and it's met by the Portsmouth winger. And it looks for all your life that it's going to hit the back of the net. And Big Vlad just throws something in the way. I don't know if we're going to see a highlight on that one. Yes, we will. It was a corner ball, gone short. It's a well-worked corner. Lovely ball from Murphy, flicked on, and there is Vladan Kovacevic. Oh, my goodness. That is an unbelievable stop. And he's giving it large to the away fans as well, which is so good to see. 13 minutes and 20 seconds into this one. That was a brilliant save from Vladan Kovacevic. Norwich City have a throw-in here that will be taken by Harry Darling. Harry Darling on the long throw. Is that a thing? Must be a thing. Long throw. Whipped in. Cordoba. Front post. Oh, it's all the way through. And then Josh Sargent. And it will count. It's 2-0. Woo! 2-0. Oh, yeah. Harry Darling. Okay, Rory Delap. Okay. Liam Manning's Yellow Army. Where has this come from? Oh, blimey. Harry Darling, long throw, nodded on by Cordoba, and there's Josh Sargent. Millwall, Josh Sargent, goal. Watford, Josh Sargent, goal. Portsmouth, Josh Sargent, goal. It was nearly Yakov Medic that got onto it, but it wasn't. It was Joshua Thomas Sargent, the best striker in the championship. Have some of that, Pompey. 2 headers, 14 minutes in, and Norwich are leading this one by 2-0. What a start. And for the travelling support, this is absolutely brilliant. Josh Sargent just caressing the captain's armband around his huge bicep, covering the Willie's Pies logo. Give him the keys to the city. Joshua Thomas Sargent, great, USA's greatest ever export. I need to change this score again. Goals galore. It was Jose Cordoba with the assist, but I tell you who I'm going to give the assist to. Vladan Kovacevic for the save that led to that. That was absolutely brilliant, and I love to see it. Norwich City 2-0 up. We're having fun watching an away game. What's going on? This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. 2-0. Nick Stanley. And Nick's right. Arise, Sir Nick Stanley. Get him on the honours. Get him meeting the king. Nick Stanley, if you're watching, I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Billy's jinxed it. Cricket score incoming. Cricket score incoming. How many of these watch-alongs have we done in the past where Norwich have gone 2-0 up and we've said that and we've ended up not winning the game? So many. Portsmouth will be really disappointed with the way that they've defended both of those. Norwich have worked them well, but, you know, Sarge and Medic were on their own there. They could have picked whichever of them could have picked which one they wanted to score. And the first one, Darling. Oh, this is great. I'm loving this. DRG, as if we're going to lose 3-2. Don't start, DRG. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. That's a bookable offence, that one. Any more of that and you'll be off, DRG, okay? Ben Corbett. Good point, well made from Ben. Last year, we weren't scoring these types of goals. And that was the frustrating thing. Like, the only time we'd score goals were, like, beautifully worked moments. So many teams in the Championship can do really well from just scoring shit goals. Right? Just simple set pieces. Nick Stanley's clearly been working overtime, right? Over the summer, grinding it out on the training ground. Grinding it out on the training ground with these set pieces. I did speak to a friend actually not so long back who'd been to the Oasis concert at Wembley and said that they'd seen Nick Stanley on the underground afterwards. Well, I think Nick Stanley's had more influence on the UK culture than Oasis has. See those set piece goals? But Liam Gallagher can't create a set piece like that. Can you, Liam? Or no? Have a go. I don't know where I'm going with that. Pompey. Good win back by. Oh, brilliant stuff there. I tell you what, Papa Amadou Diallo. Run down the wing for me. So, go on, boy. Go on. Norwich are knocking it about really nicely here. This is good to see. This is good to see. Keep your comments coming in. Big thanks to everyone who's left a super chat so far. Vladan Kovacevic comes out 20 yards and just chests the ball. Kovacevic. Okay. Billy's liking Marcondes a lot this game. I'm liking everyone so far this game, Billy. Ben, good from you. If there was a TNC watch-along bonus scheme, you would be given your bonus for this one. Sarge looks happy. This is what we need to be doing, right? Be more like Ben. Stop trying to sell Sarge. Oh, why is a Premier League club not coming from him? Oh, he needs to be at a Premier League club ahead of the summer. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He needs to be at Norwich City scoring goals. He'll get in the USA team if he keeps playing like this and stays fit. And, oh, this is fucking brilliant. Norwich down the right-hand side. Who's this? It's Stacey. It's whipped in. It's a good block from the defender. Norwich are just playing like 1990s Brazil at the moment, everyone. Really good from Sarge. Knocks it out wide. Stacey's in, and it's a good recovery from the defender, and the keeper keeps it in. But Cianats was in there. Cianats was in. Whew. Alex, if they want Sarge 50 million minimum, I don't even know if I'd accept 50 for him. He's worth more than that. In all seriousness, like, he's playing regularly. He's adored. He's the captain at a club in the Championship that should be competing for top 6 this season and will be competing for top 6. That is a better position to be than scrapping your way to try and play for relegation fodder Burnley. I'm sorry, like, we've been there, Burnley fans. We're allowed to say it because we've been relegation fodder. But Burnley will be relegated this season for the Premier League, right? Why would you want to be just feeding on scraps for Burnley when you can be the main man at Norwich City? Give us this season, see what we do. We might go up, we might not. But give us this season, play well, score 25 goals, get yourself into the US team, and we'll, go and do your thing, Josh. But if no one's coming in for you, and the only options are like Wolfsburg and Burnley, stay here. Stay here. And I think he wants to. Look, he's happy. He's got his mullet, his moustache, probably on a nice little wedge of pay. He's got his lovely yellow shirt on. He's got Willie pies on the arm. He's scoring goals. He's playing alongside Papa Amadou Diallo. He's living a good life. Let him be. Let him be. Vladimir Kovacevic could save the Titanic. I thought he looked somewhat shaky against Millwall. Like, there were a couple of moments when I was like, oh, that wasn't great. But look, that was an unbelievable stop. And actually what got me going more than the save was the celebration that followed. Just like looking Norwich City fans in the eyes, wanting to punch someone through passion. That's good to see. Look, 21 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock in this one. Norwich are 2-0 up away to Portsmouth. And we're looking pretty comfortable. Famous last words. Lots of chatter around Jack Stacey in the comments. I think it's a little bit harsh. And I think the thing is, like, I don't think Kellen Fisher's fully fit yet. I still don't. I think Fisher will come on in this game. But I think if Fisher's fit, he starts. Like, and we just don't have any other options out in the right back position, do we? Who else could you play there? I don't know. So I think that's look. Jack Stacey is our second choice right back. That is a very good option to have. Not many Championship teams will have a second choice as good as Jack Stacey. And I like Jack Stacey. Look, he's very well respected. He's incredibly professional. We've got, I was about to say we've got bigger issues than Jack Stacey. We don't, because we've got no issues. We're fucking unbelievable. But I think we're fine. I'll probably go and make a huge error now that leads to a goal, but there we go. Booklet time poker. So Jurisic, maybe? That would require Mate Jurisic, like, being a human being and, being around to play. I don't know what's going on with Mate Jurisic. He was in the squad for Watford. He came on. I don't think he'd done anything, but he is alive. And then he's just not in the squad again. I am concerned about Mate Jurisic. And I know Chris keeps going, oh, give him time, settling in. He's been here like a year or 10 months. We paid a lot of money for him. Like, I think it's okay to voice concern around why Mate Jurisic is deemed not good enough to be in the starting 11. Is it fitness? Is it mentality? Is it just quality? If it's quality, then we should be looking at why we paid £7 million for him. If it's fitness, then that surely is a personal issue. Like, how can you still not be match fit? He's not been. It doesn't make sense. Like, if I think about Mate Jurisic, it makes me angry. But what doesn't make me angry is Marcelino Nunes plays it through to Josh Sargent. Oh, it was a heavy touch. Oh, what a ball from Marcelino into the boots of Josh Sargent. I tell you what, when we get moving forwards, we look seriously dangerous. What a ball in from Marcelino Nunes. And I tell you what, Josh Sargent scored once already this game. He could have had a hat-trick. He's had 2 one-on-ones now. One of them, half-decent save by the goalkeeper, would have expected to do better. That one, a heavy touch. Joshy Sargent could be on a hat-trick. But it's a lovely ball from Nunes. It was a brilliant run off the shoulder by Sargent. And we have probably made more chances in this opening 25 minutes against Portsmouth than we did in the entirety of last season's away performances under Johannes Ofthorup. This system, look, I think Manning will want to be playing a lot of these kind of 5 at the back options. And it looks pretty good so far. We've limited Pompey to not much. We've created a hell of a lot. Did Topic just get booked for kicking the ball away? You don't want to get... He did. That's silly from Topic. Surprised to see Topic wearing the short socks. I didn't have him down as a short sock wearer. Maybe because he's just so big, he can kind of do what he wants. Like, am I going up to Mirko Topic and telling him to pull his socks up? Probably not. Because I like my face being relatively put together. Yeah, soft booking that. I agree. Give him a warning first. Don't need to book him for that. He barely even kicked it away. Just like a little flick. City chat. Marcelino has changed this team. I wasn't fussed about him leaving after he gave up so badly last year. I'm regaining my love for him. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's been brilliant. He was absolutely phenomenal against Watford, and he has been exceptional this game already. Should have had 2 assists. Has got 1. Josh Sargent probably should have done better on the one-on-one. But yeah, really, really good stuff from Marcelino. And that like midfield trio now is looking really, really tasty. You've got Marcelino Nunes, you've got Mirko Topic, who Manning clearly likes, and I like his physicality. And then you've got Jacob Wright, who is a phenomenal footballer at this level. And then you've got Kenny McLean returning as well. So that midfield is looking good. We've got some really good talent in there now, which is good, and we'll need it because it's an exhausting league, and we're all up for the cup, right? So we're going to Wembley. We'll be playing loads of games, etc., etc. Right? We need to. It's been a little bit scrappy last 4 minutes. Nearly half an hour gone in this game. Portsmouth with a free kick that will be whipped in, and Harry Darling's head is there because obviously Harry Darling again just wins every header. Wins every header. Look, we made some interesting signings this summer. Matthias Quistgarden, Papa Amadou Diallo, like some really good signings. I think Harry Darling could be the best. Free transfer, set the precedent, right? He wanted to be at Norwich City. He chose Norwich City over Wrexham, over Birmingham, over Sheffield United. All of these championship clubs. He went, no, Norwich City's the club for me. I want to go work under Liam Manning. I want to go work under a brilliant set-piece coach, right? And that's what he's done. He's in there. He's doing well. He's scoring goals. Harry Darling, happy days. A little bit scrappy this game over the last 5 minutes or so. But Norwich pressing high, which is good to see. The energy's there. And we've got depth. We've got depth off the bench, which is nice. We're not going, oh my goodness, like which 16-year-old's coming off the bench. It's, yeah, there's loads. Matthias Quistgarden, okay. Off the bench. Good to see. Good to see. Matt Johnson. How's that Turkey sunbed, Matt? Is it warm? A bit overcast here in the villages today. But the sun will come out. The sun will come out soon because Norwich City are winning. Anyway, he says, Wright's the future. No issue in him being in and out this season as we build him up. Literally had no experience prior to us in Man City youth. Nunes is vital. Topic, solid. Yeah, I agree. And look, Jacob Wright is the type who will be fine with... Look, he'll want to be playing football. Of course he will. He's an incredibly motivated individual. But he will understand his place in the team. And he knows that his time will come. And I actually think that he'll want to play slightly more advanced this season as well. I think he'll want to play slightly more advanced and get some goals. So I don't know about you guys. I'm just having an absolutely lovely Saturday afternoon. Cup of coffee, chatting to you guys. Norwich City playing liquid football. Let me know where you're watching from, actually. Sir Frankfurt, watching from Cologne. Hello, Sir Frankfurt. And Matt's watching from Turkey. We knew that. Turkey sun in the 40s. Bloody Nora. That's a bit hot, isn't it? Papa Amadou Diallo running forwards. That was a poor pass. I like Papa. We like him so much. We've already made a bit of merch for him. No Papa, no party. And Portsmouth are in a good position, but that's really good work from Marcelino Nunes to steal the ball off of Bishop and get it clear. Good stuff from Marcelino Nunes. I think he's been my man of the match so far. Him and Kovacevic. Yeah, no Papa, no party. If you want to get involved, you know where to go. TNT merch. All proceeds back into the channel to pay for my dodgy internet and all of that good stuff. Let me know where you're watching from. Bandit Boy. Rackheath. That's proper fucking Norfolk, isn't it? Watching from Reykjavik. Sudbury and Suffolk across the border. Sebman's watching from a caravan. Never been on a caravan holiday. Maybe because, Norfolk is just so full of caravans. I see so many caravans. It doesn't particularly appeal to me. But watching Norwich play Portsmouth in a caravan, it sounds like you're having a good day, Seb. Chaz Tats from NR3, the Yarmouth boy in the big city. Lost his roots as Chaz Tats. Got all posh, probably drinking flat whites. Flat whites and fruity ales. Vincent's watching from New Zealand. That's a long way away. Oh, Amadou Diallo. Oh, it was a good ball. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted by Vincent in New Zealand that I've just nearly missed Marconde's score at the back post. It was a crossfield ball from Nunes. It was a first-time ball from Papa Amadou Diallo. And to be honest, Marcondes probably should score at the back stick. Lovely bit of play again. Norwich just knocking it out beautifully. Di's watching from Coventry. Hello, Di. Hope you're well. Tim in sunny Stockport. Are you on a Brad Hill scouting mission, Tim? Carl is watching in a car driving from Minnesota to Illinois. 6-hour drive. I feel like you're well-versed, Carl, living in the US, because everything from Norfolk is a long way, isn't it? I always chat to friends and, I don't know, driving down to Surrey or something to see some pals. And they're like, how long does it take from Norfolk to Surrey? 4 hours? I'm like, yeah, it's a long way from everywhere. But you just get used to it, don't you? It takes a fucking hour and a half to get out of Norfolk. Get to Thetford. You feel like you've been driving for 7 days. And then you see the monument. Oh, we're still in Thetford. Watching from the Manning homeland. Norfolk. Just hopped on, Jack. Hello, Sancti Johannes. Watching from the neighbouring Lincolnshire. Can you give me an update? Are we actually creating and dominate, or did we get lucky with the goals? No. We did not get lucky. We are dominating this game. And actually 2-0 feels like a pretty lucky scoreline for Pompey. Sargent's had a couple of one-on-ones. Marcondes there. We've been really good so far. Really, really good. Which is good. Loads of you watching along, which is brilliant. If you want to support the channel, get stuck in with a super chat. Get me a fancy flat white instead of an Americano. We can all be like Chaz Tats living it up in the fine city. Chris Garden's going to come on and score his Chaz Tats. We'll see. I want to see a bit more of Matthias. I'm excited about him, but he must be hating Joshua Thomas Sargent at the moment. All right. Norwich are breaking again here. Papa Amadou Diallo. Right, edge of your seat stuff. Whenever he gets on the ball, he gets the edge of your seat. Marcelino Nunes in the middle. It's Mirko Topic who'll hit one. And that may well cross the border. That was wild from Mirko Topic. If he pulls his socks up, he might get one on target. He really is scary, Topic, isn't he? Like, he's got short socks and a mullet. Everything I hate about modern football. But I just kind of like it because it's Mirko Topic. Woz is tuning in from Lowestoft. Another one across the border. Japan, says John Potter. Hello, John. How are you? Norwich have been really good in this game so far. Really, really good. This has been an impressive away performance so far, and we needed it. I'm glad that we got... Oh, no. Cordoba, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is he giving it? No, he's not. That was clumsy from Jose Cordoba. It could have been a penalty. It's whipped in. It's good. Good hands from Kovacevic. I think that might have been a little bit of a let-off there. Cordoba got really kind of caught up in his feet and then just fell into the number 49. I tell you what, I think that's a penalty. I think we've got away with one there. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I think we've had a little bit of a refereeing fortune there. That looked like a pen for me. That looked like a pen. Hazard Hernandez says, why is George Long still on the books? Well, because no one wants him. Like, that's a tough sell. Do you want George Long? No, obviously I don't. Jason says, no pen. That was soft. Toby says, way too soft. See, I think, look, take your Norwich City glasses off for a second, guys. I think if that was the other way, we're screaming for a pen. It was poor. Either way, whether it was a pen or it was a no pen, it was poor from Cordoba. And he has got that in him. Sometimes you look at him and you go, oh my goodness, how are you not playing in the Champions League? And then sometimes you look at him and you go, do your limbs work correctly? That was one of the latter moments there. But we're still winning 2-0. Welcome along if you're just joining. This is the TNC Watch Along. This is where you watch me watch a football match. It feels like it doesn't work, but it kind of does. And I'm going to try and improve these this season. I've got some funky new kit that I can use, and it pulls in all graphics and data and stats, and it looks all fancy. But I couldn't quite get it set up this morning because my internet is still on dial-up. That's the frustrating. I love Norfolk to bits, right? But the internet where I live is just pony. A big thanks to Illusionist for the super chat. I've had 2 super chats now. That's very kind of you, Illusionist. Is it too early for the hats to go on? Piss the league on the ball, City. Yeah, I think it is a bit early, but I wouldn't put it past Chris and I. We've got a fun guest coming on the show on Tuesday who may well want to put the hats on. And if he says, let's put the hats on, we'll do it. But that will be a really fun podcast coming up next week. And look, get a couple of Lakens down us and who knows, we may stick it on. I tell you what, this is the most fun I've had watching a Norwich City away match for a very long while. I was at, again, called a bit poor there. I was at Vicarage Road last season when we beat them 1-0. Sarge scored, and that was huge amounts of fun. And until we beat Watford again at Vicarage Road, that had been our last away victory. That was like 4 years ago, so long ago. So the away form needs to improve, and I think if we improve the away form, we'll be pretty nailed on for top 6. As I think we'll be good at home again. Did anyone just catch? There was a little close up on Manning then after that Cordoba challenge, and he just turned away in disgust. He's been a bit clumsy so far, Cordoba. I think there is a mistake in both Medic and Cordoba. Medic is kind of, you don't mind him being slow because he's 6'10" and huge. He doesn't have a particularly quick turning circle from what I've seen so far. But Cordoba, he goes a bit sort of like, what's that Mr. Man? He's got like really sort of, what's his name? You know, the Mr. Men books? Anyway, Norwich are on the break here. We'll talk about Mr. Men at the moment. Mirko Topic out to Papa Amadou Diallo. Good position for a cross. Does whip it in. And it's a good ball, but it's cleared away. It's back to Mirko Topic. He'll go back to Papa Amadou Diallo. Back into Jose Cordoba. Nice stuff this from Norwich City. Just getting their foot on the ball and just knocking it about again. It's been scrappy the last 20 minutes, but Marcelino Nunez will drive forwards and he'll hit one from distance. And that is into the Portsmouth section of the fans. Welcome along, everyone. You are watching the TNC Watchalong. Mr. Tickle, that's it. Mr. Tickle. Cordoba goes a bit like Mr. Tickle sometimes. He'll kind of like, oh, where's the ball gone? And I like him. I love Cordoba, but he has got a bit of Mr. Tickle in him. Great book, Mr. Men. Used to love it. Or was it Mr. Jelly? No, Mr. Tickle, I'm thinking. Mr. Tickle. I tell you what, the other good thing about this squad is, and the signings, the XP, the expected passion of all of them. Kovacevic is a complete nutcase. Mirko Topic, complete nutcase. Harry Darling loves a fist pump. Oh, nearly took out of his box then. Jakov Medic probably loves headbutting people. Loads of passion. Loads of goodness. Loving this Liam Manning side. Kevin says, it's nice to see you wearing a classic Norwich City shirt, Jack. Yeah, this is an original as well, actually. Unlike your not-so-good tops you wear on your podcasts. My mate Chris sets the standard. Norwich shirt all the time, then we win. Yeah, I've never really worn shirts on the pod. Maybe I should start it. Maybe I should start wearing them. Although I've seen my good friend, he may be watching, Harry Brister. Good friend of TNC. We share an Estrella. Lakens this season at half-time and chat about Norwich City. He's just bought the pink shirt, right? And he's very trim, in great shape. And he's bought a large and it's tight, right? And his gut is far smaller than mine. But the problem is when you go up sizing in the Norwich City shirts, they don't get wider, which is what I need. They get longer. So then you're just wearing like a dress. So the reason I like these retro shirts is they actually fit human beings that aren't gym rats, right? They fit the lager swilling types. This is a medium, so it boosts my ego as well. And I don't think I can pull pink off. I do like the new home kit, but I don't tend to buy, which is slightly counterintuitive. I don't tend to buy yellow shirts because when I play five-a-side, you then have to wear a bib. Anyway, I'm overthinking it. I'll start wearing shirts on the podcast. Alan Grapes, you raise a great point here, Alan. You raise a really good point. Why am I watching Norwich City away from home and feeling really chilled about it? I just had that thought. And then I read your comment, Alan. Just that thought of, oh my goodness, I'm watching Norwich City play away from home and enjoying myself. This shouldn't be enjoyable, should it? This should be painful and like punishment to watch us play away from home. But this is really good fun. Shame on you, Liam Manning, for making football fun again. Shame on you. This is good fun. This is good fun. Look, it's been a little bit scrappy, and actually 2-0. I think we probably deserve to be more than 2-0 up. Oh my God, Marcelino Nunes, what an engine on this guy. I love the press from the front. It's forcing Portsmouth into mistakes. Make the unforced errors, right? And then take your chances. We're forcing Pompey into errors. 2-0, the scoreline. 41 minutes and 20 seconds on my clock, if you're interested. Jack, thoughts on Onel Hernandez being the only Norwich player who hasn't found the club yet? Yeah, I think he probably wants to stay East Anglia way, and then your options are kind of limited. You've got Peterborough, Cambridge, Stevenage, the Nidge. I don't know. Look, I think Onel loves Norwich, so he won't want to move too far away. He's got a young family. He's definitely good enough. I think to still play in the Championship, but definitely good enough for League One. So then you're just relying on a club taking a chance. He'll find somewhere. I've got no doubt about that. And I know he's really trying hard to stay fit over the summer. I love Onel. Look, was he the best player for Norwich City? You know, he was involved in some huge moments. I think we probably kept onto him for a couple of seasons too long. But what you can never question on Onel was his love for the football club. And he is just a very good-hearted individual. And I've got a lot of time for good people. So, yeah, I really hope Onel finds somewhere and they go on to love him. Wow, this is very kind of you, Illusionist. £10 super chat. I can afford to join Chaz Tats in some trendy Norwich pub now. A genuine question. Do you think we needed a change-up in players or just the right manager? Could Big Andy, Max Aarons, Pookie, etc. have got us up again with Manning or new players needed? Look, I think the thing with football, right, is there will... You always go through transitions and periods, and like there's a natural evolution of when it's a good time to let someone go. Like all of those players you've mentioned there, Max Aarons, Omobamidele, Pookie, like they'd had a great run at Norwich, and then it was time to kind of move them on. And the way that Norwich have operated over maybe it's changing now because we can like genuinely afford to keep hold of our better players. But like when you're trying to progress youth players through, you need to set a precedent that like when their time comes for a big move, so like with Big Andy, he got his Premier League move, although it didn't really work. With Aarons, he got a big move into the Premier League. Like you need to show that you're willing to let them go. And I think with both of those players, we did have replacements. Just 1 second as Norwich City come forward through Josh Sargent. It was a really good bit of breakup play there from Marcelino Nunes again. Sargent will look up and find Marcelino Nunes. Papa Amadou Diallo, who's had a lot of the ball, will look for a cross. He'll go sideways and find Marcelino Nunes. He'll line up a half volley. And I tell you what, that was very close indeed. Good play from Norwich City. Just back to this. I think we need to get comfortable with like a natural churn of players. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we all get a little bit too emotionally tied with players. But Norwich are in a new position now where we can afford to keep players and like pay them more or just bat off offers. Like we've done that with Sargent already. We've batted away offers. Then we had a bid that we deemed acceptable. We accepted it. And then Sargent was like, actually, I want to stay in Norwich City. So, yeah, I think we're in a good place at the moment. I really think we're in a good place. 44 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's just get into half-time 2-0. And that will be a really successful first half from Norwich City. And I am going to go to the toilet in a moment because I've drank too much coffee this morning. I've got no Lakens in the fridge, which is shocking. I could have cracked open a little lunchtime pint to celebrate Norwich City being good at football. But it won't be. Chris Whiting. Hello, Chris. I don't want to jinx it, but how solid has Big Bad Vlad been today? Yeah, really good, actually. A huge save at 1-0, and then we went down the other end and scored. And just a lot more commanding in his area as well. Unbelievable turn from Josh Sargent on the halfway line. We can come forward here. There's a break on. It was a poor pass. We'll pick it back up through Marcelino Nunes, and that's a foul on halfway, surely? No? Oh, if Portsmouth score from this is an absolute stinker from the ref. Good block from Jakov Medic. Yeah, no, he has been really good today. Look, Kovacevic, with Medic, like they've both been at big clubs, Ajax and Sporting Lisbon. You don't get those moves unless you're a good footballer. So now it's just about us bringing the best out of them. And I like that. I like that. They've got something to prove. 2 minutes added on. Oh, I think Nunez is injured. Fuck's sake. He's still down. It was a definite foul on Nunez and it wasn't given, and they're still playing. They've just knocked it out. But yeah, they're fuming with the ref there. Really fuming with the ref. It looked a nasty one and it wasn't given, but Nunez is in a lot of pain here. This isn't good to see. He's really rolling around. I'm hoping it's just one of those nasty impact ones, but he is in a whole world of bother. It was on his ankle. Oh, this isn't looking good for Marcelino. It was a nasty tackle. Yeah, it was a nasty one. I think he's rolled his ankle. Oh, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all, that one. Nunez down. Not what we wanted. Jacob Wright. Oh, it might be his knee, actually. He might have twisted his knee. I think he'll be okay. It might be a little Jacob Wright substitution. We'll see. Anyway, let's not get caught up in injuries. Hazard Hernandez. Jack, I'm enjoying when Crescene plays in that hybrid left centre-back role. He's shining there and proving people wrong. Everyone has written him off and started glazing Mahovo. I feel really self-conscious now because I say Mahovo and it's Mahovo. I like Ben Crescene. I think there's a good player in there, and I agree. I think the limited time I've seen him this season, he's looked pretty good. Yeah, don't write Crescene off. Absolutely not. And I think the fact that we've not really, well, we went in for Jeffrey Schlupit, didn't we? And I see him as like a third choice. Like, just have him around the place. I don't think he's good enough to start. And I think Crescene and Mahovo are definitely better. But yeah, I think if Manning had his way, I think Crescene will probably be first choice. So we'll see. Nunez back up on his feet. That's good. I think that was a nasty little knee twist. One of those you get your foot stuck in the ground, and but he's back up. He's walking. Those socks still look too short. But there we go. Nearly half time now. 48 minutes on the clock. It's been a little bit of injury time here for the Nunez injury, but he looks like he'll be okay. You've always got Jacob Wright there if you need to bring him on. Liam Manning looking lovely in his sort of olive green training top. Good old boy, Liam Manning. Daniel watching from Japan. We've got a couple of Japanese viewers today. Good to see. I'd love to go to Japan. You Japanese viewers in the comments, give me some Japanese tips in the comment section. I would love to go to Japan one day. It's always been one on the list I've never quite been able to get to. Right, let's just get into half time now. I'm bored of this half. Come on, get into half time. 2-0. I can go to the toilet. You can all pour a beer. Happy days. Right, that was a successful first half from Norwich City. Harry Darling, Josh Sargent, bish bash bosh. We're winning away from home. I haven't said that too many times this season. That was a nice start. There's a little bit of chatter going on here from Josh Sargent to Cordoba to Medic to Darling. I don't quite know what they're talking about. But I'm sure we'll find out in due course. Let me know. Give me your one word halftime reviews. I'm going to be 30 seconds while I nip to the loo. Let me put on a little merch advert to cover the screen while I go. Right. One word reviews. I'll be 30 seconds. Time me. See you in a bit. Did you time me? That couldn't have been too much longer, could it? Than 30 seconds? Let's get through some of your one-word reviews. City chat, so back. I like that. You're only allowed one word, so just put two into one. We'll take it. So back. Yes, we are. Silky says K. Carl Skilling says delicious. Illusionist says convincing. Salute the Sarge. Are we letting him have that? It's a one-word review. I tell you what, have it, John Boy. Salute the Sarge indeed. Joshua Thomas Sargent reporting for duty. Matthew Stone says rubbish. Must be a Pompey fan. Arthur says majestic. Excited, says Calvin. Me too. Dominant, says Tim. Encouraging, says Stuart. 39% possession, says Ezek. Is that right? 39% possession. Well, goals are what matters. You know what, actually? Let's go and win some games this season having 20% of the ball. Because how often last season did we have 80% of the ball and not win the football match? I don't care how much possession we have. That was exciting. That was really exciting from Norwich. I enjoyed that hugely. Majestic. James, you can read that yourself. Jason says chili. Manning ball, says Dan Smith. Yeah, I like that from you, Dan. That was a bit more like it, wasn't it? I think that, there was a lot of criticism in that Millwall game for the 5 at the back and this and that. 11 new players against a team drilled by Alex Neil, right? Well drilled team in Millwall. Yes, we made a couple of errors. Yes, we didn't create much. That game on Tuesday against Watford, I thought we looked far better. We created a lot. We looked exciting. Pape Amadou Diallo and a few others really started to show their goodness. And, we've got some really good players here. We've got Sargent, we've got Darling, we've got Kovacevic. Some really good talent in this team. And that gets me excited. That gets me excited. Scintillating. Lovely. Tony the snooker fans is fabulous. Darling can do anything, says Hazard Hernandez. Yeah, he's been good, Darling. Really good. And it was a lovely header. Like, if you look at his goal scoring record, right, across his career, it's been unbelievable. Can I put that back there for a bit more lumbar support? He's been unbelievable goal scoring wise, Harry Darling. You can see why. That was look, he was free and he was unmarked, but he still has to score it. He's probably, 10 yards out, and it's a cushioned header into the back of the net. Really, really good from Harry Darling. He's been, I said from you, didn't I? I said to you guys, I think he might be signing of the summer. Long way to go. Lots can happen, but I think that is a really, really good bit of business from Norwich to get Harry Darling in, because he's a proven really solid championship player. And like Kvistgaard and Diallo, right? Cordoba, if you go back to last season, we've signed so many unproven players in this league. Like Kvistgaard's proven, but not here. Mirko Topic, proven, but not here. So there's a gamble in, will that translate? With Harry Darling, it's not a gamble. This is the bet that couldn't lose. This is the bet that won't lose, right? Harry Darling. Just watching it back now, it's a great goal. Really good goal. And we said it earlier as well. Set pieces. How nice to score some set pieces, right? Great. Brilliant. Just make the most of your moments in good areas. And actually, that's the difference today. Sargent's had 2 1-on-1s and missed them both. One was a poor touch. One was one that was dragged kind of straight at the keeper. He'll be disappointed he didn't take one of those. But we've taken our chances from set pieces. Really, really good. Good to see. Mercury Machines. Yeah, let's all have an argument about who our best signing is. That's a nice argument to have. A high quality problem. Who was our best signing? Well, Mercury Machine says Mirko Topic is the signing of the summer. Absolute class. Yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. And I think that was actually the Pelle Matson. It was a good swerve missing out on him because, well, one, I think you have to question his his attitude, if he was just willing to sort of down tools Silk Ball because he wanted his move, and you know, we faffed around trying to get him, and I don't think, you know, Silk Ball didn't come to an agreement, and oh dear, we've had to get Milko Dolpic. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Papa for Carl Skillies, yeah, Papa Amadou Diallo. Well, we can have an argument if you want, Carl. You want to argue that Papa Amadou Diallo is the best summer signing? Let's have it. Let's have it off. Is Nunez fact? Says Bailey. I don't know. It didn't look great. It looked like one of those dodgy, twisted knees, which is never good. Never mess around with knees. Never mess around with knees. Look, I hope he's not, because he's been absolutely brilliant so far. He's been really, really good in this game. He was brilliant against Watford. But we do have Jacob Wright who can come off the bench. Yeah, Topic and Diallo have been phenomenal. I agree. Diallo is one of those wingers that gets you on the edge of your seat. That's exactly what you want. He can go inside, he can go outside. I thought the cross for Sargent's goal in the week was just really great wing play. Kind of took on the wing back, left him for toast, drew the centre back across, which left Sargent in space, and then found the pass. It looked like a really simple move, but actually it was a simple move because of how good the wing play was. And I don't think we've seen enough of that from wingers over the past few years at Norwich. Derby County 2, Coventry 2, Wrexham 1, West Brom 1, Portsmouth 0, Norwich City 2. The halftime results, halftime scores in the Championship so far. Well, Simon Thomas there, didn't I? And the halftime scores in the Championship. I'm feeling rather hungry. I've got some raspberries from Taken's farm in the fridge. I might have to get stuck into those for a bit of vitamin goodness in a moment. Mercury Machine says the scary thing is this team will only get better. I think you're right. Is that scary? I think that's exciting. It's scary for the opposition. Very scary for the opposition. I hope McConville can play more soon. Maybe take Medic's place temporarily. Yeah, look, I mean, I don't think we've really spoken about Brad Hills is gone, isn't he? I actually think that was a good move for all involved, Brad Hills. That we get, I think, was it 3 million quid it worked out to in the end. He gets a good move to a side that will be challenging for promotion into the Championship. He's already liked at Stockport after his loan move. I think the thing is, right, I think there will be a lot of people disappointed that Brad Hills got sold. It's one of those unfortunate moments where, is Brad Hills a good footballer? Yes, he is. Right? He's a good player that I would have loved it to see work out for at Norwich. But if we're being honest, is he getting ahead of Cordoba, Medic, and Darling? No. Is he getting ahead of Rory McConville? No. So he is suddenly like 5th choice, and Shane Duffy's still on the books. I don't know what's happening with Shane Duffy. They'll obviously want to try and get rid of him, but his pathway was blocked here. And that's because we've got some really good centre-backs in the building now. And Norwich are in a position where they are wanting to go for top 6. And Brad Hills has done really well in League 2 and League 1, but he's not proven himself in the Championship. So his pathway was blocked. He had an offer to go elsewhere. It was relatively decent money. We took it. Best of luck to Brad Hills. I'm fully expecting him to do really well. And then you're going, oh my goodness, why do we not keep hold of Brad Hills? Sometimes there are moments at football clubs where players it just doesn't work out. Through no fault of anyone. Brad Hills has done well. Norwich have signed well. It's just one of those things. All right, it's just one of those things. And I really hope it goes well for Brad Hills at Stockport County, because he's a good lad. He's one of our own. I think he'll do well. He's a good player, is Brad the Bison. Cordoba red card, says Nate. I hope not. I hope not. He's been a bit clumsy. I think if I was being critical in that first half, Cordoba was clumsy. I think they could have had a penalty. I'd say he's probably been the weakest part so far, but we've got away with it so far. So as long as he sharpens up in the second half, we'll be okay. This is a first world problem about Hills. Yeah, it is. This is a sign of our depth. You know, high quality problems. If we're being all corporate, high quality problems. Darling will score a few from set pieces this season. Yeah, I agree. And I think they'll really want to work on that. Like, just where are your quick wins? Where are your easy fixes, right? Norwich had so many set pieces last season and just didn't do anything with it. Just didn't do anything. Oh, corner whipped in, floaty one. Yeah, won't happen. Don't score any free kicks. Both of our goals today have come from set pieces. That's ultimately the difference between us coming into this 0-0 and coming into this in a nice position. 2 well-worked set pieces. Where are your quick wins? That will be the difference between a lot of victories and not winning games this season. Hello, Jack. Working from London today, says Harry, but listening on OTVC. Great to see you, Harry. Hope work's going well and it's not too warm down in the smoke. Please excuse me for 20 seconds while I go and collect my opened punnet of raspberries from the local farm shop. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Great entertainment for you guys, isn't it? Just watching me go and get food. I always used to be somewhat critical of those who say that like, oh, I'll just eat like a whole punnet of raspberries or blueberries. I'm like, oh, what, a whole punnet of raspberries? But these raspberries that I get from my local farm shop, shout out to Taken's, nearly as good as Eve's Hill. They're like crack, these things. I'm trying to be a little bit healthier. So you can all watch me eat raspberries. No curse so far for the watch-along. I'll tell you what, Shaney, this isn't a me problem. This is a Chris Reeve problem. When me and Chris do the watch-alongs, we never win. It's a guaranteed no-win situation, right? When I do the watch-alongs on my own, and I don't do them very often, but when I do them on my own, Norwich City win. I remember I did one on my own for the... was it Wagner's first game or his second game against Coventry away from home? And I did a watch-along for that, and we battered them. And we're winning today. So don't blame me, Shaney. Blame Chris. Blame Chris. Mark says, greetings from Australia. It's refreshing to see scoring from set pieces. Have a good feeling about Liam Manning in this group of players. Me too. Me too, Mark. And I tell you what, it's nice that there's a good feeling around the place. Everyone's bought into this new system. Away ends selling out. Carrow bouncing. Everyone I see, I always love bumping into Norwich fans, always. But I love it even more so when everyone's excited and optimistic and happy and just bubbly to talk about Norwich. Like, that's a really nice thing to interact with Norwich fans when there's an excitement around the place and an optimism. Like, that's great. That's really good. Looks as though there's going to be a sub. Yeah, keep me up to date on the subs because I have to watch these on mute when I do the watch-alongs. So I always miss little bits of info. So keep me updated. Oh, yeah, there is going to be a substitution. Oscar Schwartau coming on. Who's he come on for? Who has Oscar Schwartau come on for? I'm glad Schwartau's come on. I really like Schwartau. I really like him. I think in terms of our young talent, he's got the highest ceiling. You could see on Oscar Schwartau playing for Arsenal or something. He's just got the way he moves and the way he's on the ball. I like him. Marcon. I asked who's gone off for Schwartau, and I've had 3 different answers. Marcondes, Sienats. Okay, I think it's Mark. Yeah, okay. So Marcondes has gone off for Schwartau. I like that. I like that a lot. I said in my starting 11 video, or my preview video, that I wanted Schwartau to start. And that's what we're looking at now. Okay. Second half underway. I finished off my raspberries. I've got a banana ready to go in a moment. It's in my shirt. And Norwich City are winning football matches. Well, winning so far. Let's lock in. Ready to go. 45 minutes and 30 seconds on my clock. There's no dodgy stick around here. I'm paying Mr. Murdoch on the red button. Slightly iffy service. I suspect those dodgy sticks are actually more reliable than the red button, but we won't go there. Tanti, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. I was thinking about you last night. I was playing paddle the other evening. We need to get a game in. Paddle. It's the new trendy game, isn't it? And it's good for people like me because it doesn't involve too much running around. I've got decent hand-eye coordination, but I'm no good at like squash or tennis. I'm okay at badminton because it's just so demanding. Jack Stacey down the right-hand side. He'll find a cross. Oh, score. Oh, it's a sitter. It's a sitter. Jack Stacey finds, I think it was Sienats running in, and he knocks it onto Diallo. I think Diallo might have been offside. It's a good cross from Stacey. Oh, yeah, he was off. So Diallo misses the sitter, but I think is it Sienats or Topic? Yeah, it was Sienats. He should probably score. That was a really nice move from Norwich there. That could have been 3-0. Carl says, paddle's called pickleball. See, pickleball is a different sport to paddle. I've played pickleball as well. That's like tennis, but smaller, isn't it? Paddle is like squash, cross, tennis in a glass arena. It's bloody brilliant fun. Wendy says, hi, Jack. Good game so far. Are the raspberries from Rollesby? They are indeed from Rollesby, Taken's farm. If I lived a bit closer to Eves Hill, I'd get them from there. Eves Hill is a brilliant place. I tell you what, all of our sponsors, we're so lucky with our sponsors because everyone that we work with, I just love. I love them all to bits. They're just great companies. Jack Stacey whips in a ball. It will find Diallo, wins the header. Cleared by Pompey, sorry. Really good start this second half from Norwich. We're on the front foot and we're trying to find a third goal. Nunez is running freely again, which is good to see. And he'll drive forwards here. He'll find a pass. He'll go into Topic. Back to Nunez. Definitely trying to get a third goal here, Norwich. On the front foot. This is nice to see because how often did we go 2-0 up? Well, not very often, but we went ahead away from home a few times under Yannis, and then we'd like try and hold on to the lead. Just doesn't work. Does not work. Keep going. Keep trying to find another. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Liam Manning side so far. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, Finley. Papa was way off. Oh no, Nunez is down. Nunez is being injured by that earlier foul. Cordoba's shirt has been ripped. Yeah, Nunez is coming off. Jacob Wright coming on. I think they've obviously gone. We'll give you 5 minutes in this second half, and he's hit the deck. That's concerning. I think it was like a twist of the knee in that first half, but Nunez is having to come off for Wright. Let's hope that's not too serious. I thought he was moving okay, but obviously not. Jacob Wright will come on. That's not a bad alternative, is it? That's not a bad alternative. And that's where this, we said, oh, do you have to sell Nunez? We've got too many players. Actually, situations like this will happen through the season where an injury occurs, and then, instead of last season where we're probably bringing on like Gabe Forsyth, we're bringing on a midfielder that was, educated under Pep Guardiola. Happy days. 50 minutes on the clock. A little bit of a stop-start half so far, this one. Jacob Wright comes on for Marcelino Nunez. Yeah, I don't know about this City chat. Ridiculous leaving Nunez on. He's probably gone, give me 5 minutes, Gaffer, and if it's feeling iffy, then Wright's ready to go. I don't think any harm's done there. Jacob Wright's come on. He'll join Mikkel Topic. We had a change at half-time. Oscar Schwartau came on for Emiliano Marcondes. So a couple of changes from the first half now. I still like the shape of this team. I still like the individuals on the pitch. Good header from Josh Sargent. And that will be a foul. Wendy's shirts seem poor quality. They are very thin. They're very see-through. Cordoba was ripped to bits. That comment from the first half keeps it's living in my head rent free. The one that was like, it's weird not feeling like completely jittery watching Norwich away from home, and I get you. I get you. I feel relaxed. I feel happy. I feel content. I feel at peace. That shouldn't be the feeling of watching Norwich away from home. We should be agitated, stressed, full of anxiety. But no, this is Liam Manning. This is Liam Manning's Yellow Army. Of course we should feel good. Jack Stacey down the right-hand side. Room to run into. Can he find a cross? He can. But it has been cleared by Pompey out to Oscar Schwartau. I'll tell you what, Jack Stacey's getting a lot of the ball out on this right-hand side and a lot of space as well. This 5 at the back has worked well so far. Lovely ball from Mirko Topic into Papa Amadou Diallo. No Papa, no party. Go back to Diallo. Into Topic. Lovely ball. Oh, that's just ahead of Jack Stacey. Nice play that from Norwich. Working it from side to side really nicely. And that passage of play in the 51st minute was the reason why Manning will want to stick with the 5 at the back. We'd completely overloaded the wide areas there. Diallo had space. Stacey had space. Nearly worked a really nice opportunity. Good stuff that from Norwich City. What happened with Forsyth? I thought he looked tired. Yeah, he had that really annoying injury, didn't he? That it was like, oh, he'll be out for 4 weeks. And then it turned into the whole season. I think they delayed the surgery and then it didn't go to plan. And I think probably, unfortunately now for Forsyth, his opportunity's gone at Norwich. Like, you've got so many options in those wide areas. Like, there's absolutely no way he gets into the team this season. No way. He's not getting in over, Chris Garden. Well, might get in over Jurisic. I think I'd probably get in over Jurisic. I think I'm probably more match fit than Mate Jurisic. And look at me. Hazard says, Jack. I'd love to see Miles get a better chance this season. Also hope to see some Manny Adebayoga and AJ Tavares. Yeah, there's some exciting players in those youth ranks at the moment. Those 3 you've mentioned there all got a good chance. But, I just think like you've got so many good senior players. If you look at the bench today, just quickly here, Harry Darling, that is championship experience, just bellowing at the referee. It was a foul from... I'll tell you what, Topic has to be a little bit careful here. He got booked in the first half for a stupid kicking the ball away. It was soft. But he's challenged there. A little bit naughty. He's got to be careful, Topic. And now that Wright's on, he's going to have to see the 90. So I think these are the moments where like the new lads coming into the championship just have to learn the ways a little bit. Have to be slightly streetwise, because a couple of bookings and you're in a whole world of danger then, and the game completely flips. We've seen it, haven't we, with like Buendia, Borja Science, Cordoba last season, where just like stupid sending offs cost the game. Norwich are on the break here through Papa Amadou Diallo. Good recovery from Pompey. Norwich will be disappointed they couldn't do better there. But Jack Stacey's got it. My stream is frozen. Has that run out of play or did that stay in? I'll never know. This has been a slightly scrappy start to the second half. Yeah, Topic is stupid. Yellow is a problem now. Nunes is off. Yeah, he's got to be a bit careful. Mirko Topic. He's got to be a little bit careful. He'll be okay. Have faith. Portsmouth laying on a little bit here. Down the left-hand side, that'll be fine for Jose Cordoba. We just need to be a bit careful because this game isn't won yet. I'd feel much better about life if we go on to score a third. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, timestamp. Okay, timestamp. I'm on the 55th minute. Just hit the 55th minute. I'm on the Sky Red button, Sky Sports Plus. I'm watching a close-up on a number 49 for Portsmouth sat on the floor because he's injured. That's a nice sight, isn't it? I tell you what, Stacey's had a lot of the ball down that right-hand side so far in this second half. Need to just utilise that space, just, you know, take advantage of it. I'm going to eat my banana while there's a stoppage in play. That's funny kind of karma there for 49 for Portsmouth. He kind of dived, won the free kick, and he's pulled his hamstring in the process. So he's having to go off. Not much to report on so far in this second half. 56 minutes on the clock. To be honest, if nothing else happens in this game, I'm not too fussed. We'll win. We'll win. I tell you what. You know, the BBC Radio Norfolk are doing these watch-alongs for their Canary calls now. I'm really interested to see how many snacks get eaten. Because when I've ever worked for Radio Norfolk before, and it's always great fun, Rob Butler, Chris Gorham, whoever the guest is, great team there. They get through some sweet treats, those boys. I'm talking donuts. I'm talking Haribo. I remember for the Sheffield United game last season, 8 jam donuts were consumed by 4 people during that 90 minutes. It's hungry work, this talking business. Hungry work. We need a third to kill the game off, says Callum. Yeah, I agree. I think we do need a third. We've had the chances. We have had the chances to score 3. Well, that's not me moaning. I'm grateful to be 2-0 up so far. As you can see there. Look at this ticker. That's fun, isn't it? I'm going to try. Let me know, actually. Let me know. Do you actually like these watch-alongs, or are you just watching them because there's nothing else to do? I do want to do a lot more watch-alongs this season. You may have noticed that, like, we've been really trying with the content. Like, I've really upped the amount that I upload, those videos that I'll do on a kind of daily basis. We're basically at daily uploading now. Good ball from Murphy, but it's cleared well by Darling. And I want to do some more watch-alongs. I just love making this content, and I've invested quite a lot in some new kit and new software and stuff. So I want to utilize it. Unbelievable touch from Paparamadou Diallo into Mirko. Top pitch, and that's a foul. Great play from Diallo there. Really great play. And the Portsmouth player will get booked for that. Pool number 5. For the challenge, I think it was Topic. Good, lovely play, lovely touch from Diallo, and it was played into. Oh, it was Sienat. Sorry, was that a booking? Probably not. We'll take it. Big Mackie says, "I can't watch the EFL in Poland, so watch-alongs are helpful." That's good. I mean, is it helpful? I'm not really giving you much insight, am I? Watch-alongs during COVID were great. Yeah, they were. That whole period was a complete fever dream, wasn't it? I was living in Surrey at the time, and they were an absolute lifesaver for me as well. Chris and I, we were just like, oh my goodness, what? Oh, we should have scored. Nearly Darling again from a free kick. Oh, that was another good chance. Norwich, I tell you what, we need a third. We do need a third, and we've had the opportunity. That was another. It was nearly the third set piece goal of the day. It was a really good opportunity. I think it was Darling, and then it was sort of fell to Cordoba, I think. And that's a shite touch from Topic. Yeah, those watch-alongs during COVID, they were good fun, and we raised a hell of a lot of money for charity as well during that period. So I'm very grateful to all of you that watched during that time, because it was a rough time for all of us. Don't make eye contact while eating a banana. Very good point. Very, very good point. Still 2-0. Quite evenly balanced this second half. I think Norwich have had the better chances. I'm glad that both Murphys have gone on to do really well. I'm really glad that talented young players and have gone on to have good careers. Murphy's dangerous for Pompey. He's a good player at this level, Murphy. Really good player. John Boy, yeah, I pulled toe pitch. Brilliant player, but has let himself have no flexibility. Yeah, he's on a booking, isn't he? I mean, who do you bring on? Let me quickly look who we've got on the bench because Nunez has obviously gone off. So you can't bring Wright on. Who have we got on the bench? Gibbs. Do you bring Gibbs on? Maybe. I think I'd give it another 10 minutes and then maybe look to change. I think so. Who have we got? We've got Chris Gordon. I think he'll come on for Sinat. I'll tell you who's gone under the radar, and I was really impressed with when he came on the other night. Jovan McCarmer. He looked really tidy. He's big, isn't he, McCarmer? He's really big. He's a good option to have. I like that signing, actually. It kind of went under the radar because he was like signing 11 and we're like, oh my God, we've already signed so many players. I think we've got transfer fatigue, right? So it went, I think they announced it at like 8 o'clock on a weekday. Jovan McCarmer, good record in League One, very, very physical. I like that signing because, you know, you look back at successful championship campaigns that Norwich have had. You've always had some good options in the forward areas. I look back to Hooper, Jerome, Graben, you know, Holt, Jackson, Martin. Like you've always had 3 good strikers in those successful campaigns. And now we've got Sarge, Sinat, McCarmer, Chris Gordon. You've got good options, and I think you need it. But yeah, Jovan McCarmer, I like that. Proved in the EFL, hungry, different to what we've got. Tick in the box for me. And I think he'll be a great option to have sort of 80 minutes into a game where you're holding on to a lead. You're looking to launch it long, and he's big and he can hold it up and win headers. And yeah, I like Jovan McCarmer. How's he so fast for being 6'5"? I actually didn't realise how tall he was when we signed him. I didn't realise he was that tall. And then I saw him come on against Millwall. I was like, fuck, he's huge. And I thought he was good on Tuesday night against Watford. Really good. John Boy, McCarmer for Sinat right now as a shout. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually. Can he play out wide? I guess he can. Or squeeze it in a little bit. Yeah, I'm up for that. Or Chris Gordon. Chris Gordon for Sinat. Look, I think we've... thankfully, we've got a bit of a cushion here. I wouldn't mind a third. And we are going for a third. We are, you know, we're not sitting on this. We are going for it. Welcome along, everyone. If you're just joining, Portsmouth 0, Norwich City 2, Fratton Park, early kickoff. Sun's poking through now in Norfolk as I look outside. Drop us a like. Drop us a super chat as well if you're feeling really generous. That always helps out. You can do that in the comment section. There's my beg for the day. Please give me some money. Big Mackie says, Jack, do you think we'll have a better season with Manning than Hoff? I bloody hope so, mate. I bloody hope so. I don't want to finish 13th again. Oof, good effort from the Pompey player. Was that tipped over from Kovacevic? I tell you what, great save again from Kovacevic. He's had a good game so far. 2 big saves, actually. I thought that was just straight over the crossbar, but he's obviously got a hand to it. Don't think he did, but he's given a corner. He saved that. Oh, yeah, he did. Wow, great save. Great save from Kovacevic. I think that's the thing that's really impressed me with the summer business is like, if we'd have given Angus Gunn a new contract, would anyone have been disappointed? No. But we've tried to upgrade him, and I think we probably have upgraded him in Kovacevic. From what I've seen so far, he looks good. And you've upgraded George Long because you've brought in Grimshaw, who again I thought was looked good in pre-season and against Watford. Change, substitution. Let me try and get this right. Jack Stacey's going off. So I assume that means Kellen Fisher's coming on. I don't know much about football, but I do think I know who will replace Jack Stacey. Yeah. Okay, good substitution. Kellen Fisher coming on for Stacey. As I say, I don't think Fisher's fully. I don't think Fisher is fully fit. Try saying that after a coffee. Okay, I like that substitution. Kellen Fisher down the right-hand side. As I said, there's been lots of space down that side so far, so hopefully Fisher can nip in and get some joy. Still 2-0. How long left? Time check. 65 minutes and 5 seconds on my clock so far. Peter says, would be nice to keep a clean sheet away from home. Would be really nice, Peter. Would be really nice. I think that would give that defensive line a bit of confidence, and that give fans confidence in that back five as well. I think it's looked a lot more balanced today. I don't know what's been different. I think Diallo playing, I guess, has made a difference. But I mean, we've created so much more than we did against Millwall, and it's the same system. It's no different. Bartow nudged off the ball there. Fisher's got to do some defensive work. He doesn't get in. It's a good ball from Murphy. Oh, great save, Kovacevic again. Murphy's getting some joy down that side. I think this is where the only problem is Murphy's staying so high up the pitch. And the wing backs are also playing high. So Murphy's kind of nipping in. And it's got a bit of joy. That was a really good ball in there. And it was well saved by Kovacevic in the end. He's been good so far, Big Bad Vat. That was a danger from Pompey, and it was Topic actually that got his foot in as well to clear that. So, yeah, we've got to be a little bit careful here. Portsmouth have had the better of the last 10 minutes. We don't want to let this game slip into chaos in the last 10 because we've been good so far. Let's find a third and let's kill this off. I don't ask for much, do I? Just don't want this to descend into an absolute scrap in the last 10 minutes. Let's be comfortable. Let's get our foot on the ball. Let's play our stuff. Yeah, but what I was saying, like we've looked in every area, even when like you don't necessarily think that you need an upgrade. Like with Angus Gunn, I would have been happy if Gunn had remained number one, but we've got we want to go out and improve that part. And I think we've done that in every single area of the pitch, which has been really, really good to see. And that's given me a lot of faith moving forwards. Anyway, enough about that. Thinking about the game. Portsmouth 0, Norwich City 2, goals from Harry Darling and Josh Sargent so far. Not much to report on this half, really. There's been a couple of chances. Pompey have had a couple. We've had a couple. The ref's given that there on Murphy. Murphy has been the player of this second half to watch out on. He's definitely had some joy down that left side. I think he was substituted because I think that Manning thought that he was getting the better of Stacey, and he's had the better of Fisher since he's come on so far. So we'll see. As I say, we just need to be a little bit careful. Jack, do you think that we should sell Kenny McLean to Rangers before the transfer window closes? I sadly don't think he'll get much game time on his last season, and Rangers is his dream club. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is there interest in him? I don't know. He's been injured, hasn't he? So it's probably a tough sell selling an injured player somewhere. I think he said I think it's pretty public knowledge that he wants to kind of end his career in Scotland. He said that on the TNC podcast. And I probably agree that he doesn't really get in this side, does he? He doesn't get in over Wright, Topic or Nunez. But injuries happen. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to keep him here. And he's as I say, he's a good person to have around the club. So, look, if someone comes in for him, I don't think the club would stop a move. But I don't know. Maybe I've missed something. I've not seen any interest in him. I've not seen any interest. I know there's always links with Rangers, but I think that's just paper talk. We'll see. I think he will go up there at some point, whether it's this season. I don't know. Portsmouth throwing some attackers on now. Dark down. Jack, I'm a Pompey fan, and I'm so annoyed that we're losing. Yeah, I'd be annoyed if we were losing too. Murphy's coming off. That's a weird sub. I thought he's looked really good for Waddingham. Murphy's been brilliant the last 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Pompey fans. Yeah, I mean, it's two pretty soft goals to concede. I don't think you've looked great, to be honest. I thought it's certainly not as tough as it was against you last year. What was it? Was it 5-3 at Carrow Road, wasn't it? The Pompey game last year. Bishop scored a hat-trick. That was just fucking chaos, that game. I remember it really well. That was just absolute Johannes off tour meltdown mode, wasn't it? Yeah, commentators have been saying that Murphy's only back from injury. Yeah, I've not got the commentary on. There we go. GTO, just tuned in. Welcome along. Welcome along to everyone who's just tuning in. I assume that maybe some of you thought it was a 3 o'clock kickoff as well. And you go, oh, fuck, it's 12:30. It's been a bit of a scrap fest, I'll be honest, GTO second half, but Norwich dominated the first half. Possession stats won't show that, but we scored twice. We're 2 1-on-1s. Yeah, we were really good first half. It's been a little bit scrappy so far, but neither team had any brilliant chances this half. I'm going to eat a bit more banana. I'm feeling really hungry. I didn't have any breakfast this morning. Papa Amadou Diallo down the left-hand side. Oh, we could have played in Sinats, but it was just behind him. There is a huge opportunity to press a counter here because Pompey are throwing people forwards now. Fisher's got some work to do here. Does really well there, Fisher. This is a good point from Matty. I love that we're a taller team now. You're spot on. Spot on, Matty. And maybe that's a reason why we've looked a bit better at set pieces. Nothing to do with Nick Stanley, just we're bloody tall now. It does make a difference. You know, Chris and I sit at the Barclay end, so we're close to the corners and stuff. And whenever we were defending or attacking a set piece, we'd both turn around to each other and go, "Why are we so small?" Like everyone is like a foot taller than every one of our players. That's not the case this year. Anyway, time check: 71 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. A couple of changes from the first half, and we've got Schwartau on, we've got Wright on, we've got Fisher on. I think we'll probably see one more sub. I think Chris Garden might come on for Sinats in a bit. We'll see. Pompey. Oh, that was a chance. How are we all doing, everyone? Even Diallo is 6 foot. Is he really? I guess he is quite tall, isn't he? I like Diallo. I like him a lot. I'll tell you why I like him as well. He puts in a real defensive shift. I think that's why Norwich was so keen on him because, even with Borja Science, like there are really good wingers who then don't add anything defensively. And especially if you're playing this system where it's almost, well, Diallo is a wing back today. You're relying on the defensive duties and against Watford, he did that. So far today, he's done that. That's good to see. It's clearly, obviously he's still young and there's parts of his game that they'll want to coach. But the fact that that's just his natural kind of instincts to chase back and do his duties is really good to see. I think there's a good player in Amadou Diallo. I think out of anyone that actually the club were most excited about Papa Amadou Diallo. Like obviously he was going to where was he going that we basically stole him from? Oh, it was Watford, wasn't it? It was Watford. And I remember speaking to Ben Napper after the fan forum, and we hadn't made him. It wasn't official at that stage, but they knew it was going to happen. And Ben was like, watch out for this lad. He's really, really sharp. They're really excited about him, more so than any of the others. That Diallo was the one where they were like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe we've kind of pulled this off," which is great to see. Really great to see. Any more subs? Have I missed any subs? I don't think so. It's all Portsmouth at the moment. We need to get our foot back on the ball a little bit. We've not had much of the ball at all this second half. Chastat says, "Oh, here we go. Here's some substitutions. Jeffrey Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp's coming on, and so is Chris Gordon. Assume that'll be Schlupp for Diallo, and Sargent's coming off. Okay, Sargent's coming off for Chris Garden. So Chris Garden through the middle. Harry Darling takes the captain's armband. He's been brilliant. Again, it's Josh Sargent. Salutes for Sargent. Come on. Salutes for Sargent, everyone at home. Salutes for Joshua Thomas Sargent. Thank you for being the best striker in the Championship. Another goal today. 3-3 this season for Joshua Thomas Sargent. What a guy. What a guy. Let's hope he's still here in 3 weeks' time. I think he will be. Right, Chris Gordon on. Come on, Chris Gordon. Let's see a goal from you. And Jeffrey Schlupp on for Diallo. Diallo's run his socks off. Great stuff. Little bit more defensively minded. Don't hate that substitution. Jeffrey Schlupp, bit of experience, bit more of a defensive mind, and there we go. Five substitutions, and I don't hate any of them. Weird being positive, isn't it? It's really weird. Constantly being positive feels wrong. Need something to moan about. Can someone give me something to moan about? My raspberries were nice. The bananas being good. My coffee's nice. Norwich are good at football. There's got to be something I can moan about, surely. My internet. I'll moan about my internet. That's still shit. That guy says, it seems like a lovely time for a Chris Golden goal. God, I love that from you. It does, doesn't it? Let's just get the crackers going again. Let's get some fireworks going at Fratton Park. In front of the away end, Matthias Chris Gordon reveals a shirt that says something really good on it. I don't know what, but something good. Excited to see more from Chris Gordon. I think there's a player in there. You can moan that we're not winning by more. Good point. Also, everyone, have a look at Chaz Tatz's profile picture, right? That was from the Lakens Brewery when we organised a piss up in a brewery for our last. Was it our last? Well, second from last promotion. When even was that? Was it the 20? It's 2021, wasn't it? We did that. And Chris and I have spoken to Lakens. If we get promoted again, we'll host another one. Piss up in a brewery. It was brilliant fun, that. So see you all down at Lakens Brewery in Yarmouth if we get promoted for an absolute session. Guys, I still feel weird about feeling like relaxed and chilled about all of this. It's weird, isn't it? The trauma and the scar tissue of watching Norwich just makes you think the worst is around the corner, but maybe it's not. Norwich on the ball. We've got the ball, which is good. We've not had a lot of it this second half. Can someone tell me the possession numbers? We've really not had much of it. I think we had like 70% first half. 30% first half or 40%. Wasn't very much, which is weird because we're used to having loads of the ball and not doing anything with it. That looked like a foul on Chris Godwin, but it hasn't been given, and Portsmouth can attack. And this is a dangerous area for Portsmouth. Good block by Kellen Fisher. Miko Topic out. Oh, I don't like this. Left-hand side, crossed in. Fisher block again. It'll come back to Portsmouth. Whip it in. That's a really good clearance from Jakov Medic. Oh, shit. Penalty. Portsmouth penalty. It's been coming. It has been coming down that side. When Stacey was on, it was Murphy giving Stacey issues, and now Waddingham's come on, and he's giving Fisher issues, and we couldn't clear it. Oh, it's stupid from Callum Fisher there. Just really clumsy. Really, really clumsy from Fisher. He's not been great since he come on. He's been had all ends up by their left winger. That was poor. Right, this could well descend into chaos. What was I saying? I was just saying it feels weird feeling calm about it. No, it's weird that nothing bad has happened so far. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, fuck's sake. Portsmouth's penalty. I like this from Darling. He's standing on the spot. It'll be 79 minutes has gone by the time that they take this. It'll be Bishop to take the penalty. Oh, just as it was going so well. Come on, Vlad. Let's see what you've got. Bishop to take. Oh, Kovacevic. Woo-hoo! This guy. Where have we signed this guy from? Big bad Vlad. Yes. Oh, there's the fireworks we needed. Poof. Poof. We didn't need a goal. We just needed to give a penalty away. I fucking love this goalkeeper. Vladimir Kovacevic. Big bad Vlad. Stick him in the Hall of Fame. He's been bloody brilliant today. 2 big saves and a penalty save. I think he'll probably get the man of the match, Kovacevic. Oh, that's what we needed. That's what we need. Well, we didn't need to give a penalty away because it would have been a horrible last 10 minutes. But that's a lovely moment for Kovacevic. All smiles. Happy days. HMS is leaving the port, says Max. Just watching this replay back. It wasn't a great penalty, but it's a great save from Kovacevic. He holds on to it as well. Love it. And I'll tell you what I love as well. Darling on the penalty spot. Facing up to Bishop as they were trying to take it. Just like, no, stare me out. Stare me out. I like how this goalkeeper and 3 centre-back partnerships are just all nutcases. And they clearly love each other. There was a big sort of group hug at the end there. Oh, Pompey coming forwards again here. Oh, good block by Darling. We are kind of holding on to our hats a little bit here. All of the players coming down that, or their left-hand side, our right-hand side. Yeah, this is those centre-backs are absolute nut jobs, and I like it. The XP is off the charts here. XP off the charts. Vlad, big bad Vlad. Good to see, boys. Good to see. God, you see that from Darling there? Just fist-pumping clearances. That's what I like to see from my defenders. I want to see my defenders make clearances and celebrate it like it's a goal. That's so good. So good. See, I told you nothing was going to go wrong. I thought I jinxed it, but it's a different era at Norwich City. Oh, all this scar to show, we give away a penalty. Oh, fuck, we're about to concede and 2 goals late on. No, we'll just save the penalty. It's all good. I like that from Fisher. Just give away a penalty to get people up for it again. This is great fun, isn't it? Hey? This is fun. Watching Norwich City's fun again. Still all Portsmouth, though. We do need to... 8 minutes left in this game. 82 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And it has descended into a bit of a scrap. But Norwich, more importantly, do still have a 2-goal lead. As Portsmouth come forward again. Someone just said I saw... Cianac hasn't been great. I think I'd probably agree with you, John. He's not had his best game, has he? Kovacevic, give him keys to the city, man. This guy... This fucking guy. He looks really good. Penalty save, couple of big saves. Smile. He looks composed. He looks at home. He looks at home. This nutty Kovacevic. That's what you want. You know, we said on our centre-backs, didn't on the podcast, you want to sign defensive players who have a screw loose. All good defenders are a bit nutty at heart because you have to be to throw your head in front of things. And all of them have got that attribute. All of them have got that attribute. Has been all Portsmouth this half, though. And it still is all Portsmouth. 83 minutes and 30 seconds. They're coming forwards again. It's whipped in. Cleared by Cordoba. We just can't keep the ball. We need Wright and we need Topic to step up here. I do think the midfield has been slightly worse. Oh, shit. Portsmouth have scored. That's a great strike. Maybe Kovacevic could have done better there. It is going to be a nervy last 10 minutes. Fuck. Oh, it's been coming, people. It has been coming. We've just not kept the ball well in this second half. Just couldn't clear it. We couldn't clear it. And it's a nice strike. Could Kovacevic do better there? Maybe. Maybe. Topic not out quick enough. It's a good strike from the lad. Probably expect Kovacevic to save it. Oh, yeah, he gets a hand to it. Oh, dear. Strap yourselves in. 84 minutes on the clock, and it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Nothing changes being a Norwich fan, does it? Never easy. Here comes the anxiety. Here comes the jitterness. It was all going too well. Oh, man. It's not been a great second half. I'll be honest. We've not kept the ball. I think Nunez going off has been a slight issue, and I think it was the same actually against Watford. I don't think we've looked as good since Diallo's gone off. Well, that has to be offside, isn't it? No, crossed in. No. Yeah, look, I mean, we're still coming. We're still getting to terms with all of our new players and the system. We've invited pressure on this half. We've not. I don't think we've been as willing to kind of get in their faces. And there will be natural ebbs and flows in a game, of course there will. But it's definitely not been as up and at them as the first half. It felt like every second ball we were winning in that first half, and it's not been the case. I think the only thing I would have done different, I would have gone McCarmer on for Sargent instead of Chris Garden, just for a bit more physicality. Because when the long balls are flying into Chris Garden, he's not winning anything. I would have liked a little bit of Jovan McCarmer's physicality, I think. Just to see the game out. Timestamp on this one. 86 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock for me. It's all Portsmouth. This is going to be a fucking horrible last 5 minutes. Oh my God. Thought we'd conceded again. Yeah, Philip, good point. Best form of defence is attack, and we've dropped back in the second half. We have. And I think that's natural to an extent. I think you do retreat a little bit when you've got an advantage, but the problem is when you do get the ball, you need to keep it, and we've just not kept the ball at all well. And Pompey will find a way through. Right, 87 minutes on the clock. Kovacevic has taken a big hit there. He's been brave. He's still down, and he is gripping his shoulder. Oh no, he's not injured, is he? Our keeper's down. Kovacevic is down, and he looks in a lot of pain. I think he's pointing at either his elbow or his shoulder. He took a big hit coming out for a challenge he had to do. Oh, this doesn't look good. We've made all of our subs, haven't we? Yeah. Might have to do a little Chris Wokes one-handed finish. I don't think we can make any more subs. Kovacevic is down, and he's hurting. There's going to be a lot of added time here. I think there's going to be at least 6-7 minutes. Still a while to hold on to. 88 minutes on the clock, but there's got to be a lot of injury time. Sorry, Simon, I did speak up. It was all going too well. Arthur says, my heart is beating through my chest. Oh, dear. Lazy from toe pitch, says Chaz Tats on the goal. Yeah, he didn't close it down well enough. He didn't close it down. I don't think we've looked as good since Nunez has gone off. I'll be honest. I think, yeah, Topic has been good overall, but he wasn't quick enough to close that one down. I think we've got a bit of an issue here because Big Bad Vlad is injured or he's looking hurt, and we can't make another substitute. Now, the keeper's going, come on, lads, we need to crack on here. The issue is we haven't got any more subs. You're going to have to play on, Vlad. I don't care if your arm's falling off. You're going to have to play on. Who would go and goal instead? We are so back. We've gone from absolutely cruising to victory to scared that we might not win the game and we might not have a fit goalkeeper. Kovacevic is up. He's been strapped up. Oh, God. It's never easy, is it? It's never easy. How are we all feeling? How are we feeling, people? Are we feeling calm? Are we feeling composed? Kovacevic is playing on. Right. Stand down on the concern there. The next concern is how much added time there'll be. Has the board gone up yet? My guess is going to be 7. Fisher comes inside. That's a foul. Oh, it's been a scrappy second half. It has. Yeah, nervous. 10 minutes of added time, is there? Oh, fuck. I didn't think it'd be that much. 10 added minutes. Oh, my God, my heart. Oh no, 10 minutes at a time. God, that's not what we wanted. Right. Well, go and get another bloody course of dinner. Working overtime today. Stick a super chat in for that. Stick a super chat in. Can pay the cardiologist for this dodgy heart of mine. Come on, Norwich, just find a third. Come on, believe. We have this. This has been a very Johannes Hoff-Torp second half performance, where we just retreat and retreat and retreat, and then they score. Oh, good bit of play this. Sinats will pick his head up. Sinats drags it wide. That was better from Norwich. Worked it well there. 91 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes of additional time. That was the first bit of decent forward play for a long while. That Sinats into a good area, just drags the shot wide, but much better working through the lines. 10 minutes. I know. Play until they score, says Archie. I wouldn't put it past the EFL officials. I wouldn't put it past them. Big thanks to everyone who's tuned in today. It's been a great turnout. Watching me sat in my sofa watching a game of football. Let me know if you. I think I was saying earlier, and then Portsmouth had the very rude and scored. Do you want more watch-alongs this season? Because if you want them, I'll give it you. If you want more watch-alongs, I'll do a few more, and I'll try and up the production a bit as well. I've got the kit in order to do so. I'm just struggling with my internet a bit at the moment, so I'll try and figure that out, and we'll go from there. Chris Garden down the right-hand side. Don't take it to the corner flag. There's 10 minutes at a time. We're 92 minutes in. There's 10 additional minutes. Chris Garden's got in a good area and run to the fucking corner flag. More watch-alongs. Okay. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy doing them, I must say. They do age me, though. They do age me a lot. It's stressful, isn't it? They do go quick, but I don't think I've ever, maybe I've done a few of these, like maybe Huddersfield at home under Farkle on like 7-0. That was relatively calm and composed, but it's just a constant, it's 2 hours of stress, basically. 2 hours and 15 minutes of complete and utter stress. The tech, the football. Jamie, I think, does that little logo mean that you're a member, Jamie? Thank you so much. Let's have more watch-alongs. Okay, we'll do some more watch-alongs. We'll try and get Chris involved as well. Chris is less reliant than Mate Jurisic nowadays, though. I've also lost my stream. My stream has gone dead. Oh, no. Hang on, I've just stuck the Derby game on. Is that 5-3 to Coventry? Blimey. Someone keep me updated what's going on. My stream's gone down. It doesn't matter. We've got 4 days of additional time to get through, haven't we? I can have a bit of a chill. Illusionist, super chats galore from you today, my friend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that's left a super chat today. Give the TNC diehards what they want, away day vlogs. Yeah, not a bad shout from you, Illusionist. I might try and do one this season. The reason I stopped the vlogs was, like, I still go to every home game, obviously, but I do the same thing every home game. I drive there, I go to the pub, I see my mates, I watch the football, I come home. So they were getting a bit dull. And I don't do as many away days as I used to, just through work and life and everything. And, like, you know, when I was doing those match day experiences when I was 17, that was all I did, right? Just go to the football with your mates, and it's just the dynamic has shifted a bit now. So I will try and do some. I will try and do some match day experiences. I love going back and watching them. All right, Illusionist. For you, I'll try and do some MDEs. I'll bring one back this season. Right, 94. How's that only been 4.5 minutes of additional time? 94.5 minutes on the clock. There's 10 additional minutes, and Portsmouth are on the front foot. Great stuff from Harry Darling there to kick it out. Someone said, "Yeah, who's your man of the match?" Should we decide that once the game is finished? I feel like I always feel a bit unnerved when you give a man of the match pre the match finishing. So much can happen still. There's 5 minutes left of this game. It's a long way to go. And Norwich need to play far better than they are at the moment because they've been poor this half. I'll be honest. They've been poor. They've not kept the ball well. They've barely had a shot. I don't think we've looked as good since Nunez went off. That's really good play for Ante Cian. That's down that left-hand side. Go on, Ante. Brilliant stuff. Oh, that's fucking useless. Did all the hard work and then had a bit of a head rush and has blasted it out. That was better from Ante Cian. That's good physicality from him. I think I would have only made probably one change from what Manning's done. I would have brought Makama on for Sarge rather than Chris Garden. I think Chris Garden's going to be a great player, of course he is. But I think for this moment, it was kind of set up for Job and Makama. Get into them, Norwich. We're too slow. We're too passive. I want to see a bit more fight in terms of those second balls. Jeffrey Schlupp there, heads out and then just sort of jogging towards it. I want to see more. I want to see bodies on the line. Right, I want to see bodies on the line. We didn't see it for their goal. I want to see Topic halving someone. Actually, no, I don't because he would have been sent off. But you know what I mean? Full commitment for the full 100 minutes in this case. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I tell you what, that could have been a pen, but he's given a dive. Woo, heart in my mouth there. Bloody Nora. Jacob Wright shoved the leg out. Let's have a look at this back. It's a big call from the ref. Number 3's got it. Oh, yeah, I think it is a dive. But I tell you what, I've seen them given. Good call by the ref, that. Good call from the ref. Oh, I bet Wright was scared there. Good call from the referee there. I've seen those ones given. Connor Ogilvie, you naughty boy. 3 minutes left. I tell you what, this has become an absolute nerve fest, hasn't it? No one will have any fingernails left after this. It's my fault actually for this because I was saying how carefree it's been. We've been given all kinds of issues down that right side. Again, Darling has had to come over. Kellen Fisher's been poor since he's come on. Really poor. Really poor. Darling's had to come over there and covered. He's made a good professional foul. He's actually rugby tackled him. Good from Darling. I hadn't quite realised. I watched it back. He's on him with the arms around the legs. A nice little high school rugby challenge. But we do have a dangerous free kick to defend here. It's Sajicic. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. The goal scorer with the free kick. This is not what you want to be seeing. 98 minutes on the clock. Whipped in. Cleared. Number 8 on the box. Hits it. Oh, no! Onto the bar! Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. What a strike that was. And it's hit the underside of the crossbar. Holy mackerel. Cleared by Madic. Not quick enough out. Bash. It was beaten Kovacevic. Oh, we're riding our luck here, boys. We're riding our luck here. I tell you what, we're lucky to still be in front. We are lucky to still be in front. That is inches away from 2-2. Oh, my goodness me. One minute left. 99 minutes on the clock. Portsmouth 1. Somehow, Norwich City 2. We've been lucky this second half. We've saved a penalty. There was a penalty that maybe should have been given. They've hit the bar. We have rode our luck this half. Check your heart rate. I reckon my heart rate's up to like 120. Just see it out, Norwich. Come on, see it out. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Run the clock down. No, don't run out of play. Don't run out of play. I said run the clock down. Long throw from Pompey. This will probably be the last attack. Oh, and we've got away with one. It's it's their throwing. This has been all Portsmouth second half. It's an absolute smash and grab if we win this, I tell you. Right. 100 minutes on the clock now. That's the added time up. Can we see it out? Oh, no! Oh, God, corner! Oh, my God! Oh, Waddingham nearly scores. Oh, goodness. Let's have last. That's good from Medic. Body on the line. It's another big chance from Pompey. This has to be the last corner. Keeper's up. Whipped in. Get out. Good head. And again. Follow them out. Oh, there'll be another cross. The keeper's still up. Oh, he's offside. I think he's offside. That should do it. Full-time whistle. Come on. Come on. Oh. Breathe. It is never easy. But that is a big win. Well done, boys. Good win. Good win. Harry Darling, Josh Sargent. I tell you what, I think we can count ourselves fortunate to win that one in the end. But who cares? Who cares? There'll be games that we deserve to win this season and don't. Big Bad Vlad, man of the match for me. We're up and running, boys and girls. We're up and running. Good win, that. Really good win. Let me know your man of the match is. It's this man for me. It's Big Bad Vlad. Look, was that a perfect performance? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But it was an important victory, and we've seen it out. We've ground it out, and it's got dirty. And we've seen Harry Darling make rugby tackles, and Toppich is halving people. But that is a big away win. We barely won any away games last season, and it's so important. Good from Liam Manning. Good from the players. Was it perfect? No, absolutely it wasn't. That second half performance was poor. Were the substitutions perfect? On the whole, they were okay. But that's a good win. Really good win. I think Medic, Darling, and Cordoba, there's a bit of cohesion starting there. Still think the left back and the right back has a lot of work to do. I still think 4 at the back might be the way forwards. But first half, we did enough. And look, let's be honest here. The set pieces have been the difference. Portsmouth haven't taken advantage of theirs. We've taken advantage of ours. That will be the difference in championship games this season. Sargent header, Darling header. That's the difference. Brilliant. Brilliant. Really happy with that. Look, I'm gonna head off and maybe have a Lakens and enjoy myself. There'll be a match review up later. Get in there, everyone. Come on. Come on. Great win. Yellow Army bouncing. Liam Manning giving it a little bit of that. Good to see. Look, I've been Jack Reeve. You've all been wonderful. They've been Liam Manning's Yellow Army. Kovacevic, big performance. Panting the badge. Good from you, Vlad. Very good from you. Look, I've enjoyed it. I'll be back for more watch-alongs this season, maybe with Chris as well. Have a great afternoon. Look, this is the great thing with the early kickoff. We've now got the whole rest of the weekend to enjoy. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. Norwich City have won. Ezek, thank you for your last-minute super chat. Kovacevic, man of the match. I agree. I think he was great. Saved the penalty. Huge save at 1-0 that went down the other end and we scored. Big moments in that game. Look, we had 40% of the ball. Portsmouth had 18 shots to our 11. If you look at those numbers, you'd say that Pompey deserved something. And to be honest, I think they probably did, but they didn't. They didn't. Look, I'm going. See you, everyone. Take care. Bye now.